And now let's meet the lineups for both teams. We'll begin with our guests from Spruce Creek, and we'll start at guard. The 5'5" junior, number 1, Periana Sylvester. At shooting guard, 5'8" junior, number 15, Casey Helmick. And now let's meet the starting lineup for your Wekiva High School Mustangs. Starting at guard, 5'7" junior, number 3, Mayanna Garrett. At guard, 5'5" junior, number 12, Briera Williams. At guard, 5'9" junior, number 15, Emmy James. At forward, 5'9" senior, number 24, Alexis Choice. And finally for the Mustangs, at guard, 5'8" senior, number 4, Sanasia Payne. The head coach of the Mustangs, Mr. Tommy Butts, and assistant coaches Keisha Brown, Griffin Latoya Russ, and George Spearman. The officials for tonight's game are from the Central Florida Officials Association here in Orlando. As we mentioned earlier, tonight's game is being live streamed on YouTube as well as the NFHS network. Make sure that your friends and family back in Port Orange or wherever they may be in the world know that they can watch live on the NFHS network or on YouTube Live. Again, the channel name is Wekiva Sports. You can also get the links from our website, WekivaMustangs.com, or our Twitter feed at Wekiva Sports. And if you are in a position where you can't watch the live stream but you still want to follow along in real time, you can go to WekivaMustangs.com/scoreboard for a live feed of our scoreboard, or you can get a link to the stats from the homepage of our website, WekivaMustangs.com. Just look for the buttons next to today's game on the schedule. And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Mustang Arena. My name is Mark Barchi, the voice of the Mustangs. I'll be taking you through tonight's game between the Mustangs and the Hawks. Spruce Creek is a team that has a record that is about as good as Wekiva's. They're 18-4. Wekiva's 18-5. And so we should get a good one here. Garrett misses her first, but gets her own rebound, and that'll set up another offensive possession for the Mustangs. So far of the Mustangs' 18-5 record, I would say that at least 4 out of 5 of those are what you would classify as honorable losses. The Mustangs' only losses coming against programs that are well-renowned for their girls' basketball teams, teams like DME Academy, teams like Montverde, Winter Haven, West Orange, the only district loss on the book so far, and we're going to get a long assist here. Number 15, Casey Helmick on the long pass. Garrett can't get it to go from under the basket, and the rebound goes to Harrell. Offensive charge called against Shanti Harrell. Williams' 3 won't go. Harrell on the rebound. To Olkers for the 3. That won't go either, and it's going to go out of bounds off the Hawks. The Mustangs actually were in a tie with West Orange. Both of those teams 5-1 at the end of the season. And so it went to a tiebreaker. The Mustangs lost that coin toss since they were tied in every other meaningful way according to the district bracket tie-breaking procedure. So that means that Wekiva will actually go into the district tournament as the number 2 seed, even though they have the same record as the number 1 seed, as Choice loses the ball here to a steal by Casey Ulkers. What that means is that Wekiva will have to play the 3rd seed first instead of the 4th seed. Either way, though, the Mustangs still going to have to beat West Orange in order to get into the playoffs. That's actually not technically true. The Mustangs could get in with a runner-up position, but they'd much rather go in as a district champion. First of all, you get hardware for that. And second of all, it also puts you in a home court advantage going into the regional playoff tournament. And so that'll be coming up next week. It's hosted by West Orange as Emmy James loses the ball to a steal here. Foul is called against Mayanna Garrett, her first in the team's first. At the line shooting is number 1, Periana Sylvester. Checking into the game for the Mustangs, Erica Simmons. So not a high-scoring game yet on either side. Both teams' defenses stymieing the opposition. The Mustangs have yet to get the ball in the hoop, and we are 2.5 minutes into this contest. James tries to find a pass to the key. She'll go outside instead, and it's through the legs of Bree Williams, who lets the ball go out of bounds. Hawks ball. And we're going to clean house for the Mustangs. Madeline Tuzet, Denisha Bowles, Nikki Butler, and Shania McCarthy into the game for Wekiva. That leaves James as the sole survivor on the court. Rashanti Harrell for 3 on the pass from Casey Hemlick. McCarthy tries to get it to Butler, and it's going to get deflected away, swatted out of bounds by Periana Sylvester. It is awfully chilly in this arena, and maybe that's affecting the Mustangs. This time the ball will be stolen by Sylvester, and she goes all the way. Periana Sylvester steals a layup for the Hawks and will pause for a Mustang timeout. Full timeout requested by Wekiva. We'll be right back. Festivities in between the JV and the varsity games. We look forward to seeing you for that, preferably in person, but if not, then online. Welcome back to Mustang Arena. Mustangs being thoroughly stymied so far. Not a runaway for Spruce Creek by any stretch of the imagination, since the Mustang defense has been pretty good itself. Nikki Butler spins for 2. Harold to Gillard for 2. Denisha Bowles on the pass to Nikki Butler for the basket and a chance to make it a 3-point play. The foul is called against number 20, Rashanti Harrell. That's her second personal foul and the team's second. So a badly needed 3-point play there for the Mustangs to stop the bleeding, thanks to Butler. We're going to get a ground foul called here. Denisha Bowles is called on the push. That's her first personal foul. And the team's second. Checking into the game for the Hawks, number 33, Keisha Edwards. Ulker's 3 is short, but she swoops in to get her own rebound. And this one will find the mark. Ulker's on the pass to Casey Hemlick for 3. An unusually cold night for the Mustangs, both in terms of the physical temperature in the room and the temperature of the play. Wekiva has had virtually no luck getting any penetration other than the one shot by Nikki Butler. James still doesn't have anything. She'll just take it from where she is, and it was nearly good. Casey Ulkers manages to corral it. An attempt in transition here, and it'll go. Deanna Gillard on the pass to Periana Sylvester. Chance to make it a 3-point play. The foul is called against Shania McCarthy. That's her first personal foul, and the team's third. Sylvester makes good on the 3-point play. Checking into the game for Spruce Creek, Kevin Gold. So this game so far, the antithesis of the JV game, where the Mustangs easily got a running clock against the Hawks. Varsity team proves to be much stronger, as is expected. If you look at their record and know nothing else about them, you know that Spruce Creek is a force to be reckoned with. Another steal. Mustangs will get away with that one as Bowles picks up the rebound. Jose goes for the long ball, won't fall for it though. And the rebound goes to Edwards. In transition, it's good. Periana Sylvester for Casey Hemlick for 2. Madeline Tuzet on the putback. Answered with a 3 by Casey Helmick. Spruce Creek, of course, the defending state champion of 9A basketball, and a team that Wekiva is likely to run into again if they should advance deeply into the playoffs. 3 for Bowles won't go, and on the rebound, we're going to get a held ball. Possession, Hawks. Foul's called against number 23, Delaney Gillard. That's her first personal foul. It's the team's third. Sadasia Payne can't get the jumper to go. Basket is good at the buzzer by Casey Helmick. The pass came from Heaven Gold. And that will take us to the end of the first period. It is a strong period for the Hawks. 24-7 is the score at the end of the first 8 minutes. The Mustangs have the opening possession of the second quarter. Choice can't get it to go from under the basket. Mayanna Garrett gets the basket and a chance to make it a three-point play. The foul's called against Delaney Gillard. That's her second personal foul. The team's fourth. Three-point play is good. Thanks for subscribing, Coach Glenn. I see you there. Always a Mustang to us. And Gillard lets the ball go out of bounds. Mustangs ball. So a break here to open up the fourth quarter in what has been an icy half so far for Wekiva. Highly uncharacteristic even against a top shelf team like the Hawks. The Mustangs have a flat opening tonight. Emmy James to the baseline for Alexis Choice. Checking into the game for the Hawks, number 32, Casey Olkers. Who turned the ball over, did you say? And a turnover by the Hawks will give the Mustangs an opportunity to string together a couple of unanswered possessions, which would be desperately needed about now. Bree Williams, 4-3 from Mayanna Garrett. Mustangs have 5 unanswered points that they very desperately needed. That cuts it down to a 9-point ball game and makes this feel a little bit less suffocating. Mustangs and the Hawks are both 9A schools, at least for now. We already know that the Mustangs are going to get downgraded to 8A. Well, actually, there won't be 8 classifications anymore next year, but Second chance basket by Casey Olkers. We know that the Mustangs will, at least in football, will be downgraded one classification. We expect that we may see more of the same. Briera Williams with a 3-point basket and a chance to make it 4. Foul is called against number 1, Periana Sylvester, her first personal foul, the team's 5th. And the 4-point play converts. Well, you don't see those every day. Basket by number 23, Delana Gillard. Bree Williams is fouled behind the arc. She'll go to the line and shoot 3. Foul is called against number 32, Casey Elkers. That's her first personal foul, and the team's 6th. So twice in a row, the Hawks fouling behind the arc, and it's going to cost them. Two in a row for Williams. She'll get one more. Returning to the game for Spruce Creek, Emma Perna. Three for 3 at the line. And just like that, we were back to having a ball game again. 2-possession game. No go for Sylvester. Payne on the rebound. And a steal that the Mustangs did not need. Gillard is not able to make it from under the basket. Garrett on the rebound. Another turnover. Alexis Joyce delivers it into the hands, this time of Sylvester. And an air ball from Helmick. And the Mustangs will get away with it this time. Erica Simmons comes into the game for Choice and will pause for a 30-second timeout requested by the Hawks. Welcome back to Mustang Arena, and after an anemic start, the Mustangs back in this ball game. They've cut it down to a 6-point game, and that you got to lay on Emmy James, who just a little sloppy with the ball handling. Goes out of bounds. So 3 turnovers in a row, and the Hawks will make them pay. Casey Helmick for 3. Williams just a bit off the mark. Rebound goes to Gillard. And Casey Helmick thought her teammate was about 4 inches taller than she actually was. Out of bounds, Mustangs ball. Of course, the coaches will teach you to throw the ball where the opposition can't get it, but it's important to throw it where your teammate can. James to Payne. No. Erica Simmons will give the Mustangs another chance. James to the free throw line. Came in a little too shallow there. Put back won't go either. Third chance basket made by Mayanna Garrett. And a stolen basket by Garrett. She won't be able to convert it directly, but Sadasia Payne gets the rebound. They're going to say that went off the Hawks. All right. Checking into the game for Spruce Creek, number 33, Keisha Edwards. Clearly the baseline official had an angle on the play that I didn't. Payne is wide left, and the Mustangs will not get another offensive rebound. Edwards is there. To the other end, Sylvester for three. A little off the mark. Payne on the rebound. Amy James powers down the baseline for two. And that's what we have not been seeing from the Mustangs so far this half. And now finally it's starting to come together. Casey Helmick for three from Periana Sylvester. And she has proven that she can be quite the dagger for Spruce Creek. She has 16 points of their 34 already. Also has 3 assists in the book. Payne's shot will go out of bounds off of the Mustangs. 2:29 to go in the half. The Mustangs have not conceded this one. They are certainly warmer in this quarter than they were in the last. But if they're going to survive West Orange in the district tournament and probably Spruce Creek later in the regional or state tournament, they're going to have to warm up faster than that. Bree Williams picks off Sylvester. He gets fouled going the other way. Foul is called against number 15, Casey Helmick. That's her first personal foul, the team's 7th. And that puts the Mustangs into bonus. At the line shooting 1-1 will be Bree Williams, but first, returning to the game for the Mustangs, Tanisha Bowles. And a miss on the bonus free throws. Sylvester has it. A little bit of blown coverage, and yeah, that was foul or give up the layup. Tanisha Bowles is called on the foul. That is her second personal, and the team's 4th. At the line shooting 2, Periana Sylvester. So Sylvester pulling her weight as well. 11 points for her already. She's already in double figures with 2 minutes to play. Annie James for 3. Three won't go for Harrell. Garrett on the rebound and just picked off by Sylvester. Good look there with the steal looking backwards. Sylvester on the pass to Keisha Edwards. Foul's called against Delana Gillard. Checking in for her is number 32, Casey Olkers. And at the line shooting bonus is Erica Simmons. Garrett on the rebound. Mustangs have another chance. Buck 16 to go here in the first half. Emmy James on the pass to Mayanna Garrett. And with that, the Mustangs close it back to 7. They've had it as low as 6 earlier this period. Harrell off the mark. Garrett there for the rebound. Mustangs trying to make something happen in transition. McCarthy off as well. And Erica Simmons gets the putback for the Mustangs. And just like that, we have a 5-point ball game. That's the closest the Mustangs have had it since they let the game get away from them early in the first. Casey Helmick thought she was going to shoot the 3, but then thought differently, and she'll get called for traveling. Mustangs ball. Mustangs content to swing it. They will probably get the last word of the half. James doesn't have anything, getting teamed up by Harrell. Bowles can't get the 3. McCarthy is not able to reel in the putback. And that does not take us to the end of the half. As time expires, foul is called against Mayanna Garrett, her second, the team's 5th. And so to close the half, Sylvester will shoot 2. And that will now take us to halftime. And it is a 6-point ball game. The Mustangs, after trailing big early, have pulled it back to a 6-point ball game. 39-33 is your score at intermission of the varsity contest. Ladies and gentlemen, here are your halftime stats, beginning with the Hawks.
Looks good.
Casey Olkers has 2 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, and 1 steal. Keisha Edwards with 2 points and 3 rebounds. Rashandi Harrell has 3 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 steal. Delana Gillard has 4 points, 1 rebound, 2 assists, and 1 steal. And in double figures, the Hawks have 2 so far. Periana Sylvester with 12 points, 1 rebound, 2 assists, and 4 steals. And Casey Helmick leads her team for the first half with 16 points, 1 rebound, and 3 assists. As for the Mustangs, Alexis Choice with 2 points. Erica Simmons has put up 2 as well, along with 3 boards. Madeline Touzé with 2 points, 1 rebound, and an assist. Emmy James with 5 points, 1 rebound, and 2 assists. Nikki Butler, 5 points on the board as well. Mayanna Garrett has 7 points, 7 rebounds, 1 assist, and 1 steal as she's trending toward a double-double. And Bree Williams leads her team for the first half with 10 points, 6 of which came from behind the arc. She also is 4 of 5 from the charity stripe and has a steal to lead the Mustangs. That takes us to your halftime score, 39-33. For those of you listening online, we're going to take a break for the next 8.5 minutes, and then we'll be back here at Mustang Arena to close out Wednesday night basketball action. Again, the Hawks lead the Mustangs 39-33 at halftime. Hawks have the opening possession of the second half. Welcome back to Mustang Arena. Mark Barchi, the voice of the Mustangs, here with you for the balance of this game between two perennial powerhouses. Spruce Creek, the defending state champions of 9A. Mustangs, for their part, generally can be counted on to make noise in the postseason as well. Olgers is short on her opening three. Choice on the rebound. Inside to Garrett, nothing there. Choice can't get it to go from the baseline, and the rebound goes to Harrell. Payne on the rebound, not able to get anything done in transition. Instead, she gives the ball away. Hawks nearly return the favor. Harrell drops back for two. Garrett to Choice at the baseline. No, short. Rebound goes to Harrell. Helmick goes for the three. Not going to go. A fight for the rebound, and they're going to say it goes off of the Hawks. Edwards in for the Hawks. The Mustangs will send in Bowles and Simmons. Looks like Gillard might have gotten the wind knocked out of her on the previous play. Williams is short on the three. The rebound goes to Edwards. And Bowles gets a steal here. Feeds it to Williams. Short, but fouled. Bree Williams is fouled on the attempt. She'll go to the line and shoot two for the Mustangs. The push is called against Casey Helmick. That's her second personal foul, the team's first of the half. So the Mustangs close to within 6. They've had it as close as 5 since the opening volley from the Hawks. And they're going to foul away from the ball. Double foul is called against Casey Helmick and Bree Williams. Out of bounds. Hawks ball. Checking into the game for the Hawks, number 23, Delana Gillard. Good block by Bowles. It'll roll out of bounds off the Mustangs, though, and the Hawks will get another chance. Bree Williams is fouled on the attempt. She'll go to the line and shoot two for the Mustangs. Foul is called against number 32, Casey Olkers. That's her second personal foul and the team's third. Misses the first. Second is a strike. Checking into the game for the Mustangs, Sadeja Payne. Gillard gets to the paint, but can't get the floater to go. Bowles on the rebound. In transition, Garrett, too hot. Rebound to Helmick. And the ball is swatted away by Garrett, but it still stays in the possession of the Hawks. Sadeja Payne can be lethal with her speed. She's going to be the one responsible for the full court press. And here she'll get called as Sadeja Payne is called on the foul. It is her first and the team's second. "30-second timeout requested by the Hawks halfway through the third quarter. Mayanna Garrett picks up the jump shot for the Mustangs. Down to a one-possession ball game, so the Mustangs have been slowly but surely chipping away at the huge deficit that they allowed to develop early in the ball game. And well after the shot, Simmons backs into Gillard. We'll see if they'll call it a shooting foul. Push is called against number 42, Erica Simmons. That's her first, the team's third. So no, they will say that that is after the shot, not related to the shooting action. So no free throws, but it does put a foul in the books for Simmons. 3 seconds in the key. Mustangs ball as Casey Helmick camps out just a bit too long in the paint. Bowles nearly off balance, manages to pull it back together. Good rotation by the Mustangs. Sanasia Payne to Emmy James for 3, and it's a new ball game. Mustangs finally managed to erase the damage they did in the first quarter. In fairness to the Hawks, I should say the damage the Hawks did in the first quarter. Wekiva certainly flat, but to give credit where credit is due. Go-ahead basket from Miana Garrett from Emmy James. And for the first time all game, Wekiva is in the lead. Miss 3 is rebounded by Simmons. When we publish the statistics after the game, send them to the newspapers and post them online, there's a chart that prints at the top of them that's called the game flow. As Sanasia Payne turns the ball over here. And it's a line graph with time on the horizontal axis and the score of both teams on the vertical axis in 2 different colors. And that chart is going to be very interesting for this ball game. Close by Olkers. Won't go, though, and it's going to go out of bounds off the Mustangs. Hawks will get another chance here, but first, checking into the game for Spruce Creek, Rashani Harrell. Putback made by Keisha Edwards. So we're back to a tie ball game. Payne tries to get to the baseline, loses her dribble, has to go out to Bowles. More good rotation by the Mustangs. James, though, loses her dribble at the baseline, gets the ball stolen by Keisha Edwards. Sylvester tries to take it herself. She gets it. Periana Sylvester regains the lead for the Hawks. And we will pause for a full timeout. Full timeout requested by the Hawks. Simmons to Garrett, and Miana Garrett draws the foul on the way up. She'll go to the line and shoot 2. The foul is called against Periana Sylvester. That's her second personal foul and the team's 4th. Hits the first. Checking back into the game for Spruce Creek, Delana Gillard. Chance to tie the game. And it's off the mark. Short jumper from Harrell won't go. Payne on the rebound. To Simmons, to Garrett, to the paint, back to... No, we're going to have to wait for some more rotation. Payne loses her dribble. And it comes back to Erica Simmons. I'm not sure if that counts as 2 steals or none, but either way, Bree Williams is fouled on the attempt. She'll go to the line and shoot 2. The foul is called against number 20, Ashanti Harrell. That's going to be her 3rd personal foul, the team's 5th. Shania McCarthy back in for the Mustangs. Over 2 at the line. Rebound goes to Payne. Mustangs will get one more chance here to retake the lead before time expires on the 3rd quarter. That was probably unnecessary. That takes us to the end of the 3rd period, and after leading briefly, the Mustangs are back to trailing by 1, but we've got ourselves a photo finish in the making, 45-44. The Hawks lead the Mustangs with 8 minutes left to play. The Mustangs have the opening possession of the 4th quarter. Payne can't get the jumper to go. Rebound goes to Sylvester. Sylvester tries to take a coast-to-coast herself. Payne on the rebound, opportunity for a transition score here, and she gets it. Sanisha Payne to Shania McCarthy for the go-ahead basket. Steal by Emmy James. Timeout Mustangs, full timeout. We'll be right back.
So the Mustangs spend a timeout there to bail out of trouble. Garrett gets to the paint all by herself, and it's
Maya Garrett on the Mustang layup.
nice work there, good speed, but frankly a little bit of blown coverage by the Hawks. And they'll return the favor, the Mustangs will. Harrell, the Mustangs catch a break there as her layup is off the mark, and Payne gets the rebound. So now an opportunity to go up by more than a possession for the first time all night. Payne to the paint. And it's good. Sadasia Payne picks up 2 for the Mustangs. And Butterfingers out of bounds. Mustangs ball checking into the game for Spruce Creek. Emma Perna and Kiesha Edwards. Nice pass. Sadasia Payne to Denisha Bowles. Oh, Payne was ready for that one. Her signature speed at play. You'll get to see more of that during flag football season. Brianna Sylvester is fouled on the attempt. She'll go to the line and shoot 2 for the Hawks. Mustangs foul is called against Sadasia Payne. That's her second personal foul and the team's 4th. Bad inbound by Garrett gets picked up by Sylvester. And an air ball shot by Helmick. Easy rebound for Payne. Mustangs already enjoying a 5-point lead, a chance to make it more, but instead, Sadasia Payne will turn the ball over out of bounds. Hawks ball. Foul called against Denisha Bowles. That's her 3rd personal foul. And it's the team's 5th at the line, shooting 2, Periana Sylvester. Sylvester so far is 8 of 9 at the free throw line tonight. And now make it 8 of 10, a rare miss for her. "16 points, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists in the book for her. She co-leads her team with Helmick, who also has 16. Makes the second. Bowles for 3. Got it! Denisha Bowles from Emmy James for 3. And blown coverage there, and Mustangs got away with that. No, they didn't either. Gillard fouled on the putback attempt. Denisha Bowles is called. It's her 4th personal foul, and the team's 6th. Gillard shooting 2. So the Mustangs thought they dodged a bullet there after the steal, but then they pick up a foul on the putback attempt anyway. First free throw finds the mark for Gillard. Checking into the game for the Hawks, number 3, Heaven Gold. Full court pressure coming on by the Hawks. They'll chase Williams. Williams in trouble, manages to barely hold on to the dribble. Mustangs avoid having to call a timeout. Half court set and a bad pass. Gets the ball picked off by Gillard. Tries to take it all the way herself. I'm going to say it went out of bounds off of Sadeja Payne. Checking into the game for the Hawks, number 15, Casey Helmick. And for the Mustangs, Erica Simmons and Shania McCarthy in. Simmons with a block and a rebound. In transition, Shania McCarthy on the pass from Mayanna Garrett. Steal by Erica Simmons. She's had great defense on the last two possessions. Mayanna Garrett is fouled on the attempt. She'll go to the line and shoot two. The Hawks foul is called against number 23, Delana Gillard. That's her fourth personal foul and the team's sixth. So that means that both teams will feature bonus for the remainder of this ball game, 1-1 in both directions. But for now, two shots coming up for Garrett. And she hits her first. Returning to the game for Spruce Creek, Kevin Gold. Mustangs won't get the rebound, but they will at least earn the arrow back. Held ball, possession Hawks. And a shout out to Tiffany Moore. Thank you for subscribing to Wekiva Sports. We appreciate your help helping us get to 1,000 subscribers. We are fast approaching the 450 mark, which is excellent, really, so far, as Emmy James, with good work there, makes Kiesia Edwards turn it over out of bounds. Mustangs ball. Checking into the game for Wekiva, number 12, Bree Williams. And in for the Mustangs also, Denisha Bowles. As I started to mention a moment ago, we are on a quest to get to 1,000 subscribers. What that does for us is it makes us a YouTube partner. When we qualify for YouTube partner, that means that Google will share the advertising revenue with us. When you watch advertisements before, during, or after our videos, or even to the side or at the bottom of the videos, part of that revenue will go to us instead of all of it going to Google. If you're a premium member and you don't see ads, that's okay. That means a portion of your premium subscription comes to us. Mayanna Garrett on the pass from Emmy James. And so we appreciate your support, helping us to make some money without even spending any of your own. Good block by the Mustangs, and held ball, possession Wekiva. Checking into the game for Spruce Creek, number 32, Casey Olkers. And so at this point, the Mustangs on top by 10. That is, I believe, their largest lead of the game. And they are peaking at the right time. You can only imagine what this game would be looking like if we had taken away that first 6 or 8 minutes. Bowles flings it a little too shallow. Fouls called against number 23. Delana Gillard, that's her fifth personal foul, and she retires from the game with 6 points, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. Checking into the game for her is number 20, Rashani Harrell. At the line for the Mustangs, Denisha Bowles. But first, checking into the game for Wekiva, Shania McCarthy. One and one coming up for Bowles. And it's missed, so she will not earn another. Mustangs leading by 10, which the way this game has been going is pretty good, but Periana Sylvester cuts the Wekiva lead to 8. 2. Good work by Sylvester on defense. 30-second timeout requested by the Mustangs. Bowles tries to drive it in, gets the ball broken up. And the Mustangs will avoid a backcourt violation because the ball was deflected there by the Hawks. Garrett to Payne, good luck, and it's in. Sadasia Payne from the baseline, the pass by Mayana Garrett. Back to a 10-point ball game, less than 2 minutes to play. And a steal here by Payne, easy points. Sadasia Payne steals the layup for Wekiva. Yeah, Sylvester just stumbled out of bounds. Oh, and she gets the ball taken away from her again. There is that sneak up on you speed. And Casey Olkers will kick the ball, and so it stays with the Mustangs. 12-point game for Wekiva. You got to like the way the momentum is going for the Mustangs against the defending state champions. In what looked like it could have been a disaster early in the game, Mustangs able to pull it together. And so if you're Coach Butts, as much as you're disappointed by the slow start for Wekiva, you have to like the never say die approach and the perseverance of the team going into the district tournament next week. Tanisha Bowles to Mayana Garrett. And now with less than a minute to go, it's a 14-point ball game. Offsetting technical fouls called against Sadasia Payne and Periana Sylvester. So you never like to see that, even at the end of the game. Casey Olkers bumps the ball out of bounds. It stays with Wekiva. Tanisha Bowles on the layup. Diana Garrett gets the steal. She's fouled on the floor prior to the attempt. She'll still go to the line for 1-and-1 bonus, though. Foul's called against number 10. Emma Perna, her first, the team's 9th. It's a miss. The Mustangs will not challenge the rebound, and that's going to take us to the end of the ballgame. That's the end of the game. The Mustangs rally after a disastrous first quarter. The Mustangs persevere and come back for a 16-point victory. 68-52 is the final score against the defending state champion Hawks. Ladies and gentlemen, we thank you so much for coming out tonight to support your Mustang and Hawk athletes. We also thank those of you who tuned in online on our YouTube channel or the NFHS network. Again, a reminder, we are back in action 2 more times this week. On Thursday, we have the boys taking on the Jones Tigers, and that was supposed to be a triple header. It will now be a double header. And so that'll be 6 o'clock for JV and 7:30 for varsity tomorrow night. Then, coming up on Friday, the ladies will have senior night, so make sure that you tune in for that. Of course, we would much rather have you in person, but if you can't make it online or in person, we will also be hosting that online. That is Friday night, JV at 6 o'clock against Seminole, then senior night in between games, and varsity at 7:30. Once again, thanks for supporting the Mustangs and the Hawks. Please drive carefully and arrive home safely. Have a great night.